Good evening, everybody. My name is Ben Reisinger, professor of J560, managing online public relations. Welcome to our weekly Google Plus Hangout, where we talk different aspects and tactics of social media, new media, community forms with traditional media, and how we can use that to the best of our benefit. But tonight's class is a fun one. Tonight, this is our second to last Google Plus Hangout. We just have one more next week. And we're talking social media fails. Really a cool topic because if you are in the, again, I always talk about, if you're in the industry, if you're in the communication industry, anything like that, social media fails happen. I don't care how big your company is or how small your company is, a social media on the severity of it, and what actually happened can really do some harm. I think I've mentioned this once before, but yes, it is very easy to let your emotions get away with you on the internet as creating a social media fail. I used to do the show Do It Indie again in Indianapolis, and there was for Indie Jubilation. And Indie Jubilation is a swanky event that you come out, you can walk around the zoo, you can eat good food, good, drinks and things like that. Well, my lovely fiance at the time, Slick LaRue, she was going to pick, long story short, and after she didn't get picked, I sent a couple tweets out asking if this was political or what was up, because I felt very deserving of it, to Indie Hub. And if you've never heard of Indie Hub is a organization, a nonprofit in downtown Indianapolis, a younger demographic into Indianapolis, have fun and do professional networking things. Well, they responded back to me. They tweeted me back. We took the conversation on Twitter, and then about, I think it was like 20, 30 minutes later, I apologized again via Twitter to Indie Hub and said, I'm sorry for that. And again, that's something easy to happen. When we're talking, well, let me ask this before we get into the big social media fails with business. Have you guys, the two of you that are here with me, have you ever, tweeted or Facebooked because you've been emotional and you've been, really happy or really sad or ticked or something like that?
I feel like I usually try and it before actually posting, but I don't think I've ever had any like negative ramifications from anything before, thankfully.
No. All right, what about you, Ryan? What were you going to say?
I wrote about it in my blog a couple weeks ago about how I went to that jazz concert, and I wrote and then it just...
You were so upset that you worth your money, right?
Yeah, and it just big negative fest on Facebook. People were just hating and everything. So I ended up taking down the post because it wasn't really my intention to like crap on the jazz artist. I was just express that I felt like I was misled as to what was going to happen at the show.
Mm-hmm. Your tweet, they represented that it would be a certain artist, or a group, and that really wasn't who was there playing and things like that. And that is a big letdown. There actually is a concert that I'm going to with my wife this summer, and it is the Nelly TLC. Nelly TLC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically, though, here's the thing. The openers, from what I've read, I think that it says that they switch. There's one openers of your 90s hip-hop icons that are opening now for Taylor Swift are there, So, again, that stuff gets misleading. So, you see there, I'm glad Colleen uses restraint, but yes, it's gotten you, and it's gotten me before. And I did learn my lesson after that, because I was like, oh, I can't do that, and I have to watch what I say. I am a professional and things like that. So, talk about the social media fails, and I always love to open with this one. And you guys might know this social media fail. This was one of the biggest at the time that it happened, and it happened in 2009? No, 2012. Duh, that's right, because it was Obama when he was campaigning for his second term. And I don't know if you remember the Obama KitchenAid tweet. KitchenAid tweeted about the president in the debate at the time, okay? And it was a debate that everybody said was just a horrible debate and things like that. And KitchenAid USA tweeted, quote, Obama's Gmaw even knew it was going to be bad, exclamation point. She died 4 days before he became president, question mark, question mark, wow, exclamation point, then hashtag NBC politics, because NBC was the one that was airing the debate, and that was the hashtag they were using. At the time, I remember when it happened, they had something like, and it was a few years ago, it was 3 years ago now, had something like 600 or 700,000. I think now when I checked a few months ago, 1 million Twitter followers. But when you tweet, when you put a social media post out there again, even if you do delete it, it'll always be out there. Every tweet is stored by the Washington, D.C. You know, there's 2 copies of every written book in the Library of Congress. And they don't store other social media posts from Facebook or Tumblr or LinkedIn, Instagram, but every tweet is stored there for some reason. I think, you know, it's interesting to me. So let's talk, you know, we're talking about, uh-oh. Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm frozen on my end. I don't know, you can see me and hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the company quickly deleted the tweet. I'm just going to keep going. The company quickly deleted the tweet, and you know, by the time they retweeted it, I think it was a minute and a half or 2 minutes later, it had been retweeted like all over the place. The guy obviously got fired. He had meant to put it on his own Twitter handle, and you know that just didn't happen. He just didn't switch for any type of organization. I use, oh, it's my shockwave. Come on, continue. Okay, can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And see me, all right. So they deleted the tweet. They put out an apology, but again, you know, the damage was already done, and it was huge news for a while. Huge news. Okay. Oh, come on. Everything's not working, guys. Continue. All right, you can still see me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You guys are completely frozen on my end. So, come on. Bring up my ClickZ article. I emailed you guys a ClickZ around 4:15 or 4:30, something like that. And the ClickZ article was the top 10 social media fails of 2014. And there's, oh, come on, man, my computer's acting slow. Before that starts, just ask you guys that are here, is there any social media fails you've seen that stick out in your mind that you've seen either on Facebook or Twitter or any other platform?
How about the one where the new police wanted feedback from people? People
Yes,
posted a bunch of stuff with cops beating people up and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it was almost like McDonald's, man. My computer, I'm glad you guys can see me, but it was almost like the McDonald's one. I think it was my NYPD sign. Come on,
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, we're working through here. Pulled up here, because it has on this article, it has, here we go. All right, cool. Pull this down. And my computer is severely freaking out right now, guys. Sorry about that. Come on. Oh, U.S. error. Yeah, right here. My NY was the hashtag that they were doing, Ryan. So that's a good one. That actually made #1 on the fails of 2014 list for ClickZ. It was pretty funny. But yeah, the New York Police Department's attempt to revamp its image by inviting Twitter photos featuring NYPD quickly backfired when hundreds of users posted images of police brutality under the hashtag. So, yeah. Always one. Did you guys remember that when they accidentally tweeted an inappropriate photograph? Can't see you guys. So, but yeah. So, a woman. And it was the guy that does their social media again, and again, it was a, you know, mistaken. He was trying, I guess, to put it on Twitter handle, and he put it on U.S. Airways handle. So that guy obviously got fired. Oh, one of the horrible ones, and this is again why I think I've said this. When you see what's trending or you see what's going on, and if you're trying to get into the conversation, or you really need to pay attention to what the actual hashtag means. And the hashtag that, when was it? It was during Ray Rice when he was having his abuse thing with his wife.
What just happened?
Uh-oh.
We lost him.
We lost him. Alright, who's running class now? So glad this is live right now.
The hashtag he was talking about thing.
It was, they started hashtag why I stayed to kind of bring awareness to why some people stay in violent relationships, and DiGiorno tweeted hashtag why I stayed, you had pizza. Didn't realize that it was about domestic violence.
Oh!
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I had an event coming up at the library, so I did a little informal research on the hashtags that I wanted to use before I used them, so that just in case it was something else I wasn't putting.
I see people try and start lengthy hashtags a lot too, like multiple words, and I mean people just they're not going to remember that or want to type it all out.
Yeah, and it takes up too much space.
Yeah, especially with Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. Hashtag like 100.
Yeah.
That's a tweet.
Makes it hard to retweet it.
This is true.
So how was the vacation?
Good. I want to go back. It was really busy though. We were kind of running around all over the place. So by the time we got back, I was ready for a nap.
Where'd you go?
We started in Key Largo. We got married there, and then we went down to Key all over the place.
That sounds like fun.
It was fun. It was expensive. Oh, tech difficulties, so.
All right, guys.
All right, well, have a good night.
Yeah, see you guys later.